It's going to be a jump. Now here it looked like a jump. There, this looks like a foul to me.
Yeah.
Indiana, and you can see Caitlin saying you were right in front of her.
Sophie Cunningham got thrown to the floor like it was an NFL tackle, and the WNBA refs just stood there. No whistle, no foul, nothing. And that's when Caitlin Clark erupted. "You were right in front of her. Why did you change your mind?" Clark's voice cut through the arena, her frustration echoing what every fan was thinking. This wasn't a borderline call. This wasn't a tough judgment. This was an obvious, dangerous foul, right in front of the official's face. The Fever had clawed their way to a nail-biting 78-74 win over the Seattle Storm. But the moment everyone's talking about is that one play, the one that showed just how bad WNBA officiating has gotten.
It is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you, like, bugged out?
All of them.
Just everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be fouling the shit out of me,
yeah,
cool. But let me do it to you.
Let you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want
Like,
consistency then.
yeah, like just give. And I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like,
Am I ever advocating for players to throw other players on the ground? No, like we've seen so much of it throughout the WNBA. He watches this happen right in front of him. There's so much contact on the play and he does nothing. He doesn't blow his whistle. He doesn't stop the play. He doesn't call a foul.
Cunningham had just grabbed a defensive rebound, securing the ball when a Storm player slammed her to the ground. The ref had a perfect view, like front row seats to a crime scene, and did absolutely nothing.
This when it comes to the Indiana Fever, but this does happen across the league. There are many plays that we could pull up. Do you guys have any suggestions on what can actually be done? The coaches get fined when they call them out to the media. Like, this is a top-down issue. This is a commissioner's issue.
Caitlin Clark's explosion from the bench, even while sidelined with that lingering groin injury, was more than just emotion. It was a boiling point. She's been out for 7 straight games, watching her teammates get hammered night after night with no protection from the officials. The WNBA loves to talk about growth and momentum, but if they can't keep their stars safe, all that hype could disappear in an instant. And the hypocrisy? Sophie Cunningham was fined $500 earlier this season for making a TikTok poking fun at refs. That's right, mock a ref, lose your money. But get body slammed in a live game? Apparently that's fine. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert didn't help things when she suggested only losing teams complain about officiating. Tell that to Becky Hammon, who's been publicly losing her mind over bad calls. Tell it to Kelsey Plum, who's been showing up to press conferences covered in scratches, wondering how she got mauled for 40 minutes and still only shot 6 free throws. That's why fans are calling her the Blonde Bomber. Since that viral Connecticut Sun brawl where she backed up Clark, her confidence has been sky high. She's gained over 800,000 followers, her jersey sales exploded, and she's embraced the spotlight with zero hesitation. Her performance against Seattle wasn't a late-game rescue. It was a game-long lifeline. From the jump, when Indiana's offense was sputtering, Sophie delivered. She's become the Fever's most reliable scorer in Clark's absence, blending her enforcer mentality with elite shooting. But in true Indiana fashion, even her heroics almost went to waste. The Fever led 55-42 midway through the third quarter, thanks to Sophie's shooting and solid contributions from others. Then, the collapse began. Seattle closed the third on a 10-2 run, cutting the lead to just 4. And in the fourth, pure stress. The Storm went on an 11-0 burst, slashing the lead down to a single point, 73-72, with just over 3 minutes left. Fever fans have seen this movie before, and it rarely ends well. A big reason for the near disaster? Kelsey Mitchell had one of her worst games in recent memory. She went 3 for 16 from the field, 0 for 8 from deep, and scored just 9 points. This wasn't just an off night. It was a full-on implosion. Mitchell's inconsistency has been a season-long roller coaster. Big scoring one night, ice cold the next. And in a playoff race this tight, the Fever can't afford to have their second option disappear. Luckily, 2 other players stepped up when it mattered most. Aaliyah Boston posted her 6th straight double-double, 16 points and 12 rebounds on 7 of 11 shooting, and went on a personal 9-point run in the 4th quarter to stop the bleeding. Her physicality in the paint and renewed aggressiveness on defense looked like the Boston from earlier in the season. Then there's Natasha Howard. The veteran scored 21 points, cut smartly to the basket, and made clutch plays when Indiana needed composure the most. Howard's basketball IQ and leadership have been crucial during Clark's absence. She doesn't overreach. She doesn't force bad shots. She plays her role perfectly, and the younger players are feeding off her steadiness. Meanwhile, Seattle had chances to flip the game entirely. Skylar Diggins-Smith missed 2 wide-open threes late. Nneka Ogwumike, who scored 16 points, vanished in crunch time. And Gabby Williams had a clean look at the buzzer to tie it, but the ball rimmed out. For Storm fans, it was a heartbreak they've seen too many times this season. Close, but no finish. The loss dropped Seattle to 16-13, with 3 losses in their last 4 home games. In a Western Conference logjam where every win matters, they're running out of time to fix their late-game execution. For Indiana, this win was massive. They're now 17-12, sitting 5th in the standings, holding tiebreakers over both the Storm and the Las Vegas Aces. Even more impressive, they've won 5 straight without Clark, going 9-7 without her this year. Not bad for a team many thought would collapse without their star point guard. But Clark's absence is still a huge question mark. She showed up to the arena in full warm-up gear, shorts, sneakers, the works, but didn't suit up. Is this just the Fever being cautious, or is there more going on than they're admitting? With the playoffs looming, every day she's out raises the stakes. The Fever's next stretch of games is brutal, with playoff implications in every matchup. And in a league where the difference between a top seed and a road trip in the first round can come down to a single loss, Indiana needs every edge it can get. Which brings us back to the elephant in the room, the officiating. The WNBA is having one of its most exciting seasons ever. Fans are showing up, viewership is up, but blown calls, missed whistles, and outright negligence are threatening to overshadow the basketball. Players are getting hurt because officials aren't controlling the game's physicality. Stars like Clark are missing weeks because defenders know they can take cheap shots without consequences. Sophie Cunningham getting thrown to the floor without a whistle wasn't just an isolated moment. It was a symbol of the league's biggest problem. And Clark's furious reaction from the bench wasn't just passion. It was the voice of every player who's had enough. The Fever have proven they can win without Clark, but they shouldn't have to beat both their opponent and the refs every night. The league needs to protect its players. It needs consistency, and it needs it now. Because, make no mistake, the playoffs are coming. The physicality will go up, the stakes will skyrocket, and if this is how games are being called in August, the postseason could be a disaster. Sophie's rise to stardom, Boston's resurgence, Howard's leadership, these are the stories that should be defining the season. Instead, we're spending more time talking about missed calls and fines for harmless jokes. If you're tired of watching refs ruin games, drop a spicy Sophie in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the Fever's fight isn't over, and the next game could be just as wild.